So welcome to Boxing Media Hub, sponsored by Falcon Contracting and boxbets.co.uk, the home of boxing betting. And with me now, I'm going to reel this off before I introduce him. He's number 16 in the world, 12 in the WBO, 11 in the IBF, 12th in the WBC, and 9 in the WBA. Quote me if I'm wrong. Conor Wallace, quality.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks very much for having me on. Good introduction.
Honestly, appreciate it. Obviously, the time difference as well. It's literally 10 o'clock in the morning here. What's it over there in Oz?
Yeah, 8 o'clock at night. So
it's not too bad.
Not too. Yeah.
So how's things, Conor?
Yeah, going really well. Just wrapping up the hard part of the camp's all done now. We're just about 2 days out from weigh-in. So the midweek fight it's a little bit different. Just has a little bit of getting the timing and that right with the weight cut and stuff. So it's all right. We've planned for it. We're ready to go and just on the wall load at the minute. Bring the weight down. It's coming down nicely. Everything's on target. Had a nice pad session this afternoon. Feeling good. Feeling sharp. And plenty of energy about me. So everything's on track, and I'm looking forward to Wednesday night.
So obviously, as people can tell by his voice, he's not an Aussie. He's just living the life.
Some of the Irish ones might say I sound like an Aussie now, so I can't win. I can't win whatever I do.
Mate, you never will. You never will. As soon as you go back home, people just go, "What are you doing? Stop talking like that." You can't win, mate. But yeah, big fight coming up. Obviously, it was your pro debut September 2018, which probably feels an absolute age ago to you.
Yeah, long time ago, but I remember it well, and it's good we've came a long way since that, and plenty of improvements and stuff. So, I'm looking forward to it. So it'll be a good night on Wednesday.
Prime position now for you, I think it's fair to say. You're lining yourself up nicely for where you want to get to, and tough test though on Wednesday.
Yeah, definitely. Auimatagi, I'm fighting. He's a seasoned guy. It'll be a good test, and this is exactly why we wanted the fight. You know, I know myself need a few more learning fights and getting the rounds banked under the belt. I've still only had 12 pro fights, but I'm quite high in the world rankings, so it's very important that I keep winning and keep getting better and better with each fight, getting more experience, getting stronger, fitter, faster, and then when the time comes, I'm ready for the big boys. You know.
Yeah. I know they say you shouldn't look beyond the fight that's in front of you, but is there any people that you particularly look at and think, I'd love to have a fight with him?
Yeah, well, as you say, like I'm definitely not overlooking Musa. You know what I mean? It's going to be a tough one, and I'm ready for it. But of course, we're chasing the top guys. You know, there's plenty of guys in the UK that are in the top 10 and stuff, and obviously you've got Bivol and Beterbiev. I'm a little bit away from them, but I'm looking forward to it. Just keep climbing the ladder, and keep winning is the main thing, and I'll get there. You know, age is on my side. I'm only 27, so I'm just gonna keep. I've got a great team around me with Tasman Fighters and Steve Dallin, my manager. So I'm moving in the right direction, and I believe now having the platform to be able to headline on DAZN, it's another added bonus and massive opportunity for me. You know, so just have to put in the work and keep winning.
And you're definitely in the division at the moment. Can I just say, this is like the division that everyone is banging on about at the moment, especially in the UK. You look at some of the guys we've got, like your Dan Aziz, your Buatsi. There's some, that's a quality fight in itself coming up. Quality out there, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely. And then even you've got like Lyndon Arthur, he's fighting Bivol now. I know some people might be writing him off a little bit, but it is what it is. He's there. He's getting a shot at the world title and stuff, and that's everyone's dream.
Yeah. As you say, you never know when that opportunity is going to come again, do you? So you jump at it.
And the fight game, anything can happen. One punch can change everything.
But 20th of December, 10-round fight at the Fortitude Music Hall in Fortitude Valley, live on DAZN. So if people can get the opportunity to see Conor in action, it'll be on DAZN on Wednesday. It's going to be a cracker, mate. 12 fights, 11 wins, 8 knockouts. It's looking good at the moment, mate.
Yeah, looking good. Obviously, I had a couple of injuries and stuff early in my career, like coming off a couple of injuries. And I've had one fight back since, and my hands have been super. You know, that was a big thing that was holding me back from really performing to the best of my ability was injuries and stuff. A lot of people are troubled with them. It is what it is. But now we're at the far end of them, and I feel like I'm going from strength to strength. You know, having no pain in my hands at all. It's a massive thing compared to
Yeah,
what I have. So, now I'm looking forward to it. I think the last fight was just a taster of what I could do. You know, I had a good win in the first round, knocked Auimatagi Jnr out. So if I can do box similar to that and even better, we'll be looking good for Wednesday night.
because I know people obviously talk about their injuries and stuff like this, but when it's your hands, it's just nothing you can do, is there? It's kind of you've just got to wait to get.
Yeah,
You can't
exactly.
ride. Don't get me wrong. You can ride through the pain, but there has to be a point, doesn't there, where you think I've got to have that break now. I've got to let myself heal. And yeah, as you say, age is on your side. You've got massive opportunities, especially in this weight division, and great times ahead, isn't it, Conor? And as you're saying, there's wicked fights coming up. And I know you're a boxing fan yourself. What are you going to be looking forward to? Obviously, Dan Aziz and Buatsi over here, massive fight. Who have you got, Conor? I'm going to chuck it at you.
Oh, I reckon.
You don't get away that easy, mate.
No, I'm a Buatsi man. I reckon I'm going for Buatsi in this one. I just think it's obviously his amateur pedigree and stuff, and I've watched him come right up and watched a lot of his fights nice and closely. I just think he's a bit more. I think he's a bit better than Aziz in sort of every department, and obviously the bit of a I think Aziz got injured or something as well, you know.
Yeah.
But I reckon Buatsi wins, to be honest with you. And then obviously you've got Callum Smith and Bitabiev as well. It's another huge fight. So like it's all to play for, you know. And as I say, anything can happen in the fight game. So you never know. We've seen upsets before, and obviously with the big card coming up after mine, the day of reckoning, and with Jao Bataille and everything on it, it's going to be huge. Some massive fights and other light heavyweight fights, Bivol and Lyndon Arthur. So all fights I'll be watching closely, you know, and they're the guys I'm aiming towards, and maybe fight some of them boys in the very near future.
So do you watch those fights as a fan, or do you watch those fights as I can see a bit of weakness there, I could exploit that, or do you just kind of think, look, I'm having me fight on the 20th, I'm going to enjoy Christmas, and this is another big thing that I can just chill out and watch?
Nah, definitely. I'll be watching them, like looking at possible opponents, because I'm not. I know myself. I'm not a million miles away. Like the likes of Lyndon Arthur would be a perfect opponent for me very soon, even after the next one. You know what I mean? I'm willing to. The other boys, and I believe I'm at that level. You know. Yes, I think I'm a bit away from Bivol and stuff. Like a couple of like 16, 18 months from challenging for the world title, but. The likes of Lyndon Arthur, you know, I reckon I'm getting them boys at a good time now. You know, I believe they're sort of they're on their way sort of down. You know.
Yeah. And as you say, Anthony Yard is in the mix as well, isn't he? There's a lot in there.
Definitely. There's a lot of boys around in Great Britain, and maybe even a couple of boys from Argentina, a couple of tough boys that have fought the top boys. They might have lost, but they're good, durable, tough boys, and that's I believe that's the level I'm at. You know. Need a couple of good tests, and then we take out the big boys.
Yeah, and as you say, it's about your ranking, and you're sitting in prime position in all of those governing bodies, which is what you want. You know, you don't just want to be sat in one. You're coming in all of them, and those guys are going to be the guys that take you up to that next level and push you up to where you want to be. And it's a matter of time. You know, I know what your work ethic's like. I've spoke to guys about you, and they just turn around and say, look, Conor means business. He's going to get the job done. It's opportunity, and DAZN is going to give you the platform, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. But obviously with Mick Francis, Tasman Fighters, I'm very grateful to be on board with them. And
yeah, big shout out to them.
Yeah, big shout out to them. No better man to be paving the way than Jai. You know, like he purely showed hard work and dedication. He got the opportunity. No one was giving him a chance to beat Bridas. You know, I mean, overseas, obviously the team around him and everyone around here believed in him and knew that he could do it, but everyone else had him wrote off, you know. Hard work, believing in himself. It's anything can happen. I take a lot of inspiration from that, you know, from Jay. It's a massive thing we can do, and people forget about the Australian boxers, but this is the best Australian boxing has ever been, I believe. Like Tim Tszyu, Kambosos was there. Like they're all doing well, you know. So the main thing is I've got a good promotional team around me with Tasman fighters, and my manager Steve Geller. They've moved me along nicely all the way and got me the right fights and good learning fights and took the risks. We got the reward with getting the world ranking, which no one was giving me a chance to beat Forrest, and we believed and we knew we would do it. So that's just a taster of what I want to do and what I want to achieve.
Yeah, no, definitely, mate. And as I say, I've got no doubt, but as I say, people have got to tune in 20th of December on DAZN. It's going to be a cracker. And Conor, honestly, I wish you all the best, mate. And hopefully we'll catch up after. And then you nail one of those names that you want. And we get to see where you deserve to be.
Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. And as I said, thank you very much for having me on as well.
No problem at all. Irish Aussie, you've nailed it, mate.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, thank you very much for your time. And as I say, you'll have our support on the channel. Anything you need, just give us a shout. Just stay in touch as well, Conor.
Yeah, cheers. And make sure anyone that's watching, make sure you tune in on Wednesday night. You'll see the Irishman in action.
There it is. There it is. Thank you very much, Conor. And we'll see you soon.
Cheers. Thank you.
Take care, mate. Thank you.